What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a great day, and welcome to the second episode of Movie Night with Zach. Now, what Movie Night with Zach is, if you haven't seen the last episode, go ahead and give you a brief description of what it is a brand new series on this channel where we pick a movie, and the only way a movie can qualify for this series is if I have not seen it. I watch it, and then I give you my consensus of it. And the very first episode, which is the last episode, we did Hellraiser Judgment. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't groundbreaking, but it was pretty good. It was a little nasty in some areas, and, well, it could get a little stale, a little boring in the middle, but Hellraiser Judgment was actually okay. So this film, in particular, for this episode, was actually requested by my fiance, and the name of this film is not a promising title in the slightest, is Zoombies, brought to you by The Asylum, the film studio. For those of you that are not familiar with The Asylum, they are the ones responsible for films such as Transmorphers, Atlantic Rim, what else? They did Ape vs. Monster, Snakes on a Train. They did all those, lower quality. They're a studio that likes to cash in on bigger Hollywood blockbuster films. So I actually am not entirely sure what this movie is trying to cash in on, but we can go ahead and read the plot synopsis. So the plot synopsis here is, a strange virus quickly spreads through a safari park and turns all the zoo animals undead. Those left in the park must stop the creatures before they zombify the whole city. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just shorten that a little bit and get to you what they're trying to say. They're trying to tell you that this movie is going to suck ass completely, and there's going to be no redeeming qualities whatsoever. There's nothing here that is giving me any reason to think that this movie would have just the slightest bit of quality. And the biggest fucking thing about this movie, before I go in, is this movie has Andrew Asper in it. I hate that motherfucker. I can't stand Andrew Asper, so this is going to be pure fucking hell for me. And I was going to stall for a little bit, but I know that would get kind of boring for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button, and we'll see if this thing has any redeeming qualities whatsoever. This has got to be some of the cheesiest and most laziest green screen I think I have ever seen. This wouldn't be a film from The Asylum if the CGI didn't look like absolute dog shit. That is some of the worst CGI I've ever fucking seen. Wow. This acting is painfully... This acting is just unbearable. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. And the CGI gets worse with every shot as well. Shit, I mean, just listen to that. If the acting sounds bad, just think... And the monkey, what? Even those gore effects look like shit. Oh my god. Well, we are following the typical Asylum formula so far. There's not a single likable character. Yay. So I understand this is supposed to be this cute little scene with this little girl and this gorilla having a bond. There's two glaring issues with this scene, though. Issue number one being, this little girl is irritating to no fucking end. And I hate this character of this little girl. The second issue is the gorilla CGI looks like absolute shit. And the scenes that are not CGI, it's obviously some asshole in a costume, and the costume looks like shit. So yeah, all the effect of that cute little scene is completely gone. Well, I never thought I'd ever say this, but I have to give credit where credit is due here. Andrew Asper is easily the best actor in this movie. Seems like in this movie he can kind of act. I've never seen Andrew Asper act well, but in this movie he's actually acting pretty decently. Everybody else is horrible. And this movie is, I think we're only about 15 minutes into it, and I'm ready for this fucking movie to just be done. And it's not ending anytime soon, and I'm starting to get really pissed. Holy fuck, they couldn't even hide the fact that this was a knockoff of Jurassic World. They even have the Jeeps. They just couldn't hide the fact that they are clearly ripping off Jurassic World. This is fucking sad. Also, here's another fucking thing that doesn't make sense. So the guy that said a dangerous animal has escaped, the person that said that on the walkie-talkie saw exactly what escaped. So how come they couldn't say the zombified monkeys or the infected monkeys escaped? Why did they have to say a dangerous animal escaped? You were the one, you saw them fucking escape, and you knew exactly what the fuck they were. Oh my god, I don't think I can finish this damn movie. What's going on here now? What the fuck is this? Everything is shot so poorly, I can't tell what the fuck is going on. Oh my god. This is not getting better. This is not going to get better. How much longer of this do I have? And see, these giraffes are now infected and they're trying to eat these stupid fucking kids. It would be cool if the effects didn't look like dog shit. But unfortunately, they look like dog shit. And it's just... this movie gets worse with every fucking minute. So the infected koala bear was able to disguise itself as one of the little girl's toys. I hope this is the demise of that little girl, because she was fucking irritating. And she's still alive. Fantastic. Looks like a stuffed koala bear drenched in fake blood with its head cut off. Was that supposed to look like a real koala bear? It looked like a stuffed animal. And how the hell did they cut its head off with a fucking club?
So loud. It's okay. They're just marking their territory.
How the fuck would that roundish, clubbish looking thing that she has, that she looks like she just pulled out of her ass, how would that cut its fucking head? Oh my god, I can't. They're riding the elephants around. I mean, that's not stupid. That's actually what I would do if I was in this situation. To ride around on an elephant. This entire scene was ripped off from Jurassic World. And I didn't even think Jurassic World was good. I didn't. I thought Jurassic World sucked. And I feel sorry for the people that made that film. What the fuck is this? Right. A sequel hook? A sequel hook? Yeah. Nah. I don't fucking think so. No. I know that this movie has a sequel. I knew that this movie had a sequel going into it. No. Not watching it. Not watching the sequel. I don't even know how I can review this movie. I don't think I can review this. This is all... I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to review this for a minute because, holy God, there is a lot to talk about here while at the same time there's absolutely nothing to talk about here. What about the acting? All the acting was atrocious, except from Andrew Asper, and that was the biggest. That was the one I was the most skeptical about going into this movie because I hate Andrew Asper and I don't think he can act, but I watched this and his acting wasn't that bad. It wasn't good either, but Andrew he was easily the best actor in this movie. His character, out of all the characters in this movie, felt the most like a character. That being said, his acting was still stiff, stale, and wooden. Everybody else's acting is terrible, especially the little girl. You're taking a huge gamble on a child actress. Anyway, the story. There is no fucking story here. What this movie is just a big sequence of events that just happen. And it's trying to tell a story that's already been told before. For, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, which I thought sucked. This was obviously to cash in on Jurassic World, and I thought Jurassic World sucked. Well, I thought the first one was alright. I thought the second one sucked. This, I apologize to both Jurassic World movies because this thing completely ripped it off, and it also ripped off fucking Alien. The scene in the laboratory. There's a scene in the laboratory where the infected monkeys are inside people's chests and they pop out like the fucking xenomorphs from fucking Alien. So they couldn't just rip off Jurassic Park. No. Ripping off one movie isn't enough. We gotta go ahead and rip off two. That being fucking Alien. And that just fucking disappoints me. Were there any redeeming qualities at all? No! Nothing about this was fucking pleasant to watch. None of the actors were good. None of the characters were written well. The effects were terrible. Literally. They took something cool like infected giraffes eating people. That sounds fucking cool. Well, guess what? It's not. It's mundane and shit because the effects are fucking dog shit. Oh my God. Like I said, there's no story here. It doesn't even feel like there was a script. I could say acting, like there's acting in this movie. You have to have a script in order for there to be acting, and there's no... I feel like just how bad the dialogue is in this movie. There's no script going into this. I felt like the director said, let's go in, completely rip off Jurassic World, and improvise the whole thing. That's what this felt like. Nothing here felt natural. And what did I expect from a film from the Asylum? Ugh. Even the soundtrack was bland and generic as shit, and quite frankly, irritating. But the one deteriorating factor from this movie I think is the worst, is the little girl. I'm not trying to sound mean when I say this, but this little girl can't act, and I was praying to God that the character of the little girl was fucking eaten and ripped apart by these fucking zombies, and I didn't get that. I wanted every character to die in this movie, as a matter of fact. And, This was the longest hour and 24 minutes of my life. So, what's my consensus? Could I suggest this to anybody? What the fuck do you think? No. Answer to that is no. I will never recommend this movie to anybody, and I will not be watching the sequel because this thing was already terrible enough. Oh, but the sequel is actually 1 minute shorter than this one. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not watching it. So, if you guys have seen Zoombies, let me know what you think about it in the comments. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.